Hey everybody, and welcome to another Mid-American Mondays. Uh, this will be my second video. I put out one last week, putting out one this week. I'm gonna try and do one every week, but I can't promise to do that. I got kids and work and a farm, so there may be times where it comes out on Tuesday, Wednesday, or maybe skips a whole week. But I'm gonna do my best to put one out every single Monday. So I was just going through watching my normal YouTube videos that I like to watch, and I saw this one pop up on my recommended about it's called Dear Trump Supporters. So here we go. We're going to check out this guy's video.
Let's make a deal. I'm going to try to be as honest as possible and respectful as possible to everyone who has a different opinion than me on this topic. In return, I want to ask anyone who disagrees with my views to be just as cordial and respectful.
Okay, so I can promise to be respectful as long as you're respectful. But if you're a dick, I'm going to be a dick.
You saw the title of this video. You know the subject matter. You didn't have to click. You probably could even guess how I feel about this without me even saying anything. But do me a favor and keep an open mind.
That shouldn't be too hard. You know, I have a pretty open mind for one of those demonized Trump supporters.
Dear Trump supporters, you won. Congrats. Congrats to Donald Trump. He won fair and square. Obviously, millions of voters want Donald Trump as president and voted for him on the ballot. I respect the system.
Hey, thanks for that. You're probably one of the first anti-Trumpers I've heard say that. Gotta say, it's a little uplifting to know that you're not like these people.
But as you probably noticed from looking at social media or talking to people that you know, that a lot of people are upset. They're angry, anxious, and honestly scared.
Okay, now I promise I don't want to sound like a dick here, but I don't really care about how these fucking people feel. And I don't care about how anyone feels except my wife and my kids. That's just the way I am. Like, sorry you're upset because someone's president, but, you know, grow up.
If you voted for Donald Trump or support him, I can't say that you're wrong. It's your right to support who you think is the best candidate. That's democracy. But if you don't understand why so many people are upset and scared, then hear me out. America is a really diverse country. We come from all different backgrounds. We have people from different races, different religions, and everybody wants to live in the land of the free and the home of the brave with liberty and justice for all. And I think we should all have that and feel like our country, represents who we are and what we value.
You say you want a country that represents who we are and what we value. That's not how America is. It's not possible. You said yourself, we are a nation comprised of people from all over the world with different religions, different backgrounds, ethnicities, etc. One thing that isn't universal around the world, where all these people come from that want to come to America, are their values. The values that America as a country historically holds true doesn't exist in many other nations around the globe. If it did, no one would want to come to the land of the free and the home of the brave. The very nature of American values and how any individual that works hard and doesn't quit can achieve their dreams for themselves and their families are precisely why people want to come to this country in the first place.
Here's some facts, all right? Donald Trump has done and said a lot of things that alienate a lot of people in America and even across the world. He's got the support of the KKK, and you can argue whether or not he denounced them, but he does have their support. He wants to temporarily ban Muslims from entering the country. He wants to build a wall on the Mexico border and deport millions of undocumented immigrants.
You can't control who does or does not voice support for you in an election. What you're doing here is you're attempting to make a false equivalency, trying to say that because a tiny and pathetic organization like the KKK, which has less than 10,000 members nationwide now, supported him and does support him now that he's president, that must mean he's a racist too. Be intellectually honest with your arguments if you're going to make them. And he doesn't want to ban Muslims from coming to the United States. It's another false argument you're making and trying to twist the details to support your conclusion and narrative. He has stated many times that he wants to halt the immigration and visas from countries known to support and fund terrorist organizations like ISIS, Muslim Brotherhood, and Hamas. There's nothing in the Constitution that prevents a president from stopping immigration from a specific nation or set of nations. On the border wall, it's a very simple principle we're working with here. A nation without a border is not a nation. We have laws in America that state quite clearly that entering the country without a visa, citizenship, or other legal documents is illegal. If border walls are so bad, why aren't you making videos about the wall on the southern border of Mexico, keeping all the people from Central America from entering Mexico illegally? Because, they have one down there for the same reason that Trump wants one here, to keep people out. For the deporting, he's stated many times as well that he's only interested in deporting of criminal illegals, not the ones just coming here in search of a better life for themselves and their families. One thing we can all agree on is that the current immigration system is broken. It's slow, full of red tape, and it's needlessly complicated where it should be easy. Very few people in America are anti-immigration. There can't be unchecked immigration. There needs to be a better path that's legal and works. Oh, and while they may have made some people feel alienated, he did unite the entire middle of the country, including historically Democratic states like Wisconsin and Michigan. Oh, and he also took Pennsylvania.
His vice president, Mike Pence, has fought against same-sex marriage and believes that gay people can be converted into straight people using conversion therapy. And we've all seen the video 10 years ago of Trump saying that he can grope women and kiss them without their permission, and that they let him do it because he's a celebrity. I think it's safe to say that these are facts. And if you don't think they're facts, then I guess we can't really talk about this.
Okay, so I'm not going to defend something I don't agree with. That conversion therapy stuff some people believe in for gays and lesbians or whatever. I don't believe in that, so I'm not going to defend that. That's Vice President Mike Pence's private and religious thoughts, and he's allowed to have those. The only time I'll take issue with it or voice it is if he tries to enact legislation or propose legislation that would be based on those thoughts of trying to use conversion therapy on gay people, which to me is a ridiculous idea. Anyways, back to Trump. On the whole video thing from 20 years ago, that's kind of the answer. It was 20 years ago. If you're really bothered by something 20 years ago, just wait till you're 20 years older than you are now and you look back at something you did and how much you regret it. People do and say dumb shit through their life as they grow and mature. He said something stupid 20 years ago. I don't really care, and most of America doesn't, obviously, or we wouldn't have voted for him.
These things are troubling to a lot of minorities, a lot of women, a lot of Muslims, a lot of people in the LGBT community.
This is more that same leftist bullcrap that as soon as someone has Republican next to their name, they're somehow automatically a bigot, racist, sexist, homophobe, Islamophobe, whatever phobe you want to stick behind a word. Okay, I would love to see one piece of evidence of actual racist comments by Trump. Show me one video clip where he says something that is specifically racist. As for women being mad at him, yeah, I guess they kind of have a right to be, but he's still got vast, large numbers of the women vote, much more than Romney did 4 years ago. So he didn't do too bad with them. As for the LGBT, I've yet to hear Donald Trump say anything ever that was anti-gay or anti-whatever the other 50 letters are in that acronym. But I have seen this.
Now, there's no guarantee that Trump can do everything that he says he wants to do. Congress and all that, checks and balances. The point is that deporting millions of people who are in this country and who want mostly to just work and provide for their families is going to literally rip families apart, and that's going to affect a lot of lives.
Sure, we can rehash this point if you want. So Trump does not want to deport everyone who's here illegally. He's really just interested in the ones who rape, kill, sell drugs, steal cars, break into houses, break into stores, and try to hurt American citizens. If you're just getting up every day and going to work like the rest of us, we really have no interest in you.
The point is that electing Donald Trump as president and Mike Pence as his vice president says that America thinks locker room talk, saying that you can grab women wherever, isn't a damning character trait for a president. Also says that gay rights aren't that important.
Obviously, the locker room talk thing wasn't that important because he still won the election by a lot. I don't really care about the popular vote. I only care about the Electoral College. And Hillary got her ass kicked. As far as the gay rights thing, again, I haven't heard a single credible account of Donald Trump saying anything that was anti-gay, lesbian, trans, queer, ampersand, number 2, underscore 61, I think is how it goes. I don't know. Either way, it's a really dumb argument because there's no proof that he has been anti-gay, and quite the opposite. Again, I've seen this picture.
The point is that organizations like the KKK now feel like the president of the United States, the leader of the most powerful country in the world, stands for them and their agenda. I'm not in any way trying to imply that every Trump supporter is a racist or a sexist or is homophobic or xenophobic. I'm sure most aren't. I'm sure that's like, a small percentage. But take a look at this video. All of these people in that video now feel like Trump represents them. And that's troubling for a lot of minorities. That's troubling for a lot of Muslims, a lot of women, a lot of people in the LGBT community. It upsets a lot of people for legitimate reasons.
Oh my God, seriously? I could have been done with this by now. You've said everything twice. Okay, so real quick, we'll just wrap it up. KKK is a nothing organization. Nobody cares who they support or what they think. They have absolutely no political power in this country. Nobody cares about your feelings. If you're upset because Trump won, then be upset. But grow up, put your big girl panties on, and get over it.
So, Trump supporters, congrats on your victory. But my request is that if you can empathize, we're all in this together. We all got to get along somehow. And if you disagree with my opinion, don't attack me. Don't attack people who share my opinion. Just start a conversation. I see so many people breaking friendships, unfollowing people, blocking each other on social media because their political views are different. I don't see that as a permanent solution. I see the solution being us coming together and being honest and talking and having a conversation and coming together towards some kind of common ground. The last thing we need to do is build a wall, metaphorically, between ourselves. Thanks for watching.
Oh, cool. This is awesome. We can actually end on something we agree on. That it's really not the time for the nation to be divided. And all those identity politics of the left that try to separate us by race, religion, creed, sexual orientation, sexual identity, whatever the hell that is. All those different things that try and keep us apart when we need to be coming together exactly like you said. Through conversation, disagreement, argument if needed, but spirited debate from impassioned people who really do want to make things better. You know, make America great again. Okay, since you showed a video trying to make the case that all Trump supporters are alike and showing the very worst of those people who choose to follow Trump, I'm gonna have to put out some of the worst of the left and see if maybe you believe the same things they do and believe that acting the way they are in these videos is the right way to handle things, you know, to bring us together.
A number of incidents turned violent late this afternoon. A limousine was set on fire downtown. Smoke could be seen for blocks away. And protesters hurled trash cans, flash bombs, and objects at police who used pepper spray in return.
This is the Portland Police Bureau.
So, do you think people acting like that actually stands any chance of bringing people together? Or do you agree that it just tears us further apart? Just wondering. Because I haven't seen a single protest of any kind by Trump supporters who are destroying property, being disorderly to the police, or anything like that. Like, you know, burning cars and smashing windows. Fun stuff. Okay, so that's it for this video response for this week for Mid-American Mondays. As always, leave a comment below. Follow me on Twitter and Gab at The Mid-American. Or you can check out my blog, themidamerican.com. And of course, email me at, themidamerican@gmail.com if you want to bother me for some stupid reason. Anyways, this week I got some outro music, so enjoy, bitches.